Hello everybody, today is going to be a Firelight MS4 system test. So let's go ahead and go over devices. So on the bottom on zone 4 we have my AGT5060S pull station, which I'm soon going to be selling one of on eBay. So yeah. And on the top we have my Johnson Controls JBG10L conventional pull station. So there you go. So for the notification appliances, on the bottom we have my Wheelock AS24MCW horn strobe. The horn is turned off for this test and the strobe is set to 15 candela. And on the top we have my Wheelock AS2475W horn strobe, and this is set on horn strobe. So yeah. And right there, as for smoke and heat detectors and stuff, it's all the same. So that will be changed out in the next one, hopefully. So yeah. So that's all the alarms for this test. So I do want to go ahead and point out a little bit of a change with the panel that you might have noticed. So if I go ahead and open it up, you might have noticed right there is no trebles. But as you can see, the batteries are not right there. And some of you might be thinking I did that hack where you hook in the positive to the non-resettable power positive. But I did not do that. As you can see, if I zoom in a little, both battery cables are in and it wire nuts right there. And I'll show you where it goes. So it goes behind like that and it comes down to here. Right down here I have sitting my two Vision 12-volt 7 amp hour batteries. And as you can see, it's a wire knotted there. And I do not want any complaints about this. This is not an unsafe thing, so this is totally fine. I've definitely seen people do this many times, and I've seen this in commercial buildings as well. So we don't need to worry about that. Real quick, another thing I want to point out is the Johnson Controls pull station and the heat detector have been switched. So the heat detector used to be zone 3 and the Johnson Controls used to be zone 2. Now that's zone 1, those are zone 2, that's zone 3, and that's zone 4. So that's something I've changed it out for. So in this test we're going to be doing an actual walk test. But before we do that, I'm just going to go ahead and set off both the pull stations when it's normal. Then we're going to do the walk test. And I also want to mention both Wheelock AS's, if you don't know, are 2-wire, and the panel is set to selective silence and Wheelock sync. So basically, if you don't know, the strobes continue flashing after the horn is silenced, even when it's on 2 wires. So that's a cool thing about these panels. So we're going to go ahead and start this out in 3, 2, 1. Alright, let's go ahead and acknowledge and silence the panel. So now we have the panel acknowledged and silenced, and as you can see, both strobes are still flashing, and they are flashing in sync. So that is a good feature, like I said. And as you can see, for proof, the panel says that zone 3 activated, which is the Johnson Controls BG10L. Alrighty, now I'm going to go ahead and activate the 5060S dual action pull station. So we'll go ahead and do this. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Alright, now I'm going to go ahead and silence it. And I'm holding the camera so you guys can see. As you can see, Zone 3 and Zone 4 are an alarm. And they're both still flashing in perfect sync. There's that too. Alright, so now we're going to go ahead and reset the pull stations. So before we do, I'm not sure if you guys noticed, but the Wheelock AS sounded a tiny little bit scratchy, which is actually kind of surprising for a Wheelock alarm. So, in case you don't know, like I have said many times, but just in case you guys don't know, the Firelight MS4 outputs fully rectified power, which means the horn voltage is not being filtered. So, yeah. So we're going to go ahead and reset the pull stations now. This Johnson Controls one takes a Johnson Controls key or notifier key, because this is a rebrand of the notifier NBG10L. So we open it up, like that, and we'll reset the ADC pull station, like that. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and reset the panel now. We're going to unlock it, and press the reset button to clear the alarms. And now it is back to normal operating condition. Alright, so now we're going to go ahead and put the panel into walk test. So if I open it up, some panels you have to like log into programming and things like that. But this one is just a simple one. So what you do is you hold this walk test button. Some people think that you just push it, but just in case you guys don't know, you have to hold the button to get it into walk test. So, and just be really careful with these buttons as well. So we're going to hold it for 3 seconds and let go. As you can see, the system trouble and walk test light came on. So that's just saying that it is in walk test and ready to be walked around and tested. So we're going to go ahead and go by zone. But before we start, I just want to mention, when it is in walk test, the panel does not do coding or sync. But this is coding itself to code 3. So these will not be in sync when it's in walk test. That's one little thing I don't like. But you know, it's okay. It's just testing. So we're going to push the test button. There you go. As you can see on the display, it says Zone 1 fire alarm. So now we're going to go ahead and do this heat detector. So this is fixed, so I can't test it. So I hooked up this key switch. So we're just going to go ahead and turn it to test. So these key switches are meant for duct detectors, but it totally works fine on these. Alright, now let's go ahead and key activate the BG10. And when they're doing testing, they normally key activate it. So we're going to demonstrate that. Just open it. And now we'll go ahead and do the ADT. There you go. So that's pretty much walk test. As you can see, it says here all 4 zones have been tested. Now, real quick, I just want to show, if you activate another device that's already been activated, it just goes off for a second. So yeah. So now we're going to find the Firelight alarms key and open up the control panel and reset the panel. And the relay clicks and it goes right back to normal. Guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask and I'll get back to you soon. And also stay tuned for some videos of how to wire panels. Soon we'll be coming out a video of how to wire this in case you guys need help on it. And I'll do a video of how to wire the fire shield, the FCI panel, and the Potter, hopefully. Well anyways guys, thank you for watching. Have a great day. See you guys next time. Bye.